What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy, the Chevy Nerd. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about nerd tip number 4, nerd tip numero cuatro. We're going to be talking about memory seating and a couple of its really cool functions, how to set it up on the key fob, and much more. Stay tuned for this episode of the Chevy Nerd. All right, guys, here we have a 2020 Chevrolet Blazer, and we're looking at the Premier model. The Premier model is going to have a lot of bells and whistles, but let's cover one of the most important ones. Or actually, I'm not sure if it's important or not. It just depends on you and who uses the vehicle. So, on today's Chevy Nerd, we're going to be talking about memory seating. Now, this is important to me and my family just because I am about 6 foot even, and my wife's about 5'3". So that being said, there's a huge difference in how we sit. Let's take a look at what we can do. So, to know if you have memory seating on your vehicle, typically what you're going to see right over here is you're going to see a little number pattern here where it says set, 1, 2, and exit position. So if you have something like that in your vehicle, most likely you'll have automatic seating. Now, right towards the bottom here, you have your automatic seat adjustment here. This is a 10-way power seating there. I'll show you a couple of the things you can do. So here you would go forward, back, support right here. You'll see that kind of go down, up, and then you also elevate this up, bring it down, recline right over here, and then lumbar support right through there. You'll see it kind of blow up on that seat there. Now, those are a couple of your adjustments with your seat. Now, memory seating doesn't just only include this here. What I like about memory seating is once you program it, okay, so you use these guys here for driver number 1, driver number 2, you can program not just the seat, but on this model, you can go ahead and program the steering wheel with its electric component here. So this will allow us to adjust. You'll check here you see how it moves there? Perfect. So you can adjust this, and my favorite part is you can adjust the mirrors on there too. Everybody drives differently, everybody sits differently, so we want to make sure it's easy for us to be able to go back to our favorites right away. Let's figure out how to do that now. All right, guys, let's go ahead and learn how to program these memory seats. So I'm going to be obviously your test dummy here. I'm going to come through here. I'll hop on in. I'm going to go ahead and set this up the way I like to drive. So it's almost kind of there, but believe it or not, even though I'm 6 foot tall, I like to ride a little bit higher. I like to see over the hood right over there. Probably back it up a little bit there. For my steering wheel, I like to have it a little bit higher right over here. And probably pull it in just a little bit. Right there. Okay. Now that everything's set and I like everything, typically at this point, what I would do is I would go ahead and close the vehicle here. Then I go ahead and adjust my mirrors. So with the mirror adjustment, I'm going to go ahead and adjust my mirror settings here. I'll do it really quick here. Perfect. Perfect. Now that everything's set, I have my mirrors adjusted, everything's set up properly, my seat's set up the way I like it, the steering wheel set up the way I like it. All I have to do is very simply click on the set button up top, set number 1. You're going to hear 2 little beeps that beep back to you once you hit that set and you hit the number 1. It'll beep back twice. That will let you know that that entry is set up. Now, typically, I'm going to go ahead and show you a different way of setting this up too for memory seat number 2. I'm going to pretend to be my wife, which she's a lot shorter than me, but what she'll do is she'll move this forward quite a bit. So she'll be right over here, right there. She'll definitely keep it a little higher too when it comes to the elevation there. So she'll bring it up higher. She'll probably sit right over there. She'll push this in further, move it up higher, and this is probably about how she would drive. She would adjust her mirrors from there on, and she would set it there. Then all you have to do is hit set, number 2, and it's set up. Now, take a look at this other option too, is you'll also have your exit position, which is this guy right here. This you want to set up for when you're wanting to go ahead and get out of the car. So if I were to come in the car now or get out of the car, it's hard for me to because the steering wheel's in my way I don't have much leg room, so here's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna set it up for an exit position. A good exit position would probably push me back, lower me down a little bit, and now I have a nice access to pivot out of the vehicle and have a nice step out. I like that setting. So what I'm gonna do is hit set right here. So I have all three settings done. So we have the exit position, we have position number 1, position number 2, and the exit position. Now let's try them out. So I'm gonna come into my vehicle, sit down. All I have to do, if I don't have it automatically set for memory recall, I just press and hold the button, and it sets everything up for me. Perfect. Number 2. Perfect. And then exit position. So now everything's 100% set up. But let's go a step further and set it up so our key fobs here can remember which one we are. So this key fob here, you're gonna have to pair up with your salesman and have them help you to figure out which key fob is number 1 and which key fob is number 2. So with key fob number 1, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set it up for the car to know. So as soon as we come into the vehicle, the car will know which key fob is in there, and as soon as we start the car, it'll set us up for that. And then for the exit position, as soon as we open the door to exit, it'll automatically set us up the way we need to. Let's figure how to do that. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So here we're gonna go ahead and learn how to program our car to go ahead and do the auto memory recall. So first thing that we have to do is we're gonna go into settings. So click on settings, okay? You have 3 different tabs here. You have your system, your apps, and vehicle. We're definitely gonna wanna be under vehicle. And once we're in vehicle, the top of the menu starts off with rear seat reminder, climate, air quality, collision, so on and so forth. We're gonna scroll down and we're gonna put seating position. We're gonna go ahead and click here. And as we click here, we're gonna see these 2 options which are off at the moment. Seat entry memory and seat exit. We wanna turn both of these on. Once both of those are on, everything's ready to go and we're ready to do the memory seats automatically. We'll exit out. Okay. And let's go ahead and start the car again. All right, guys, we're back. Now, right now we have driver number 2. This is the key for driver number 2. So I'm gonna show you this example and you'll see how the seat changes as soon as I start the car. So after we've programmed that, we get into the car, have our key with us, put your foot on the brake, hit the ignition start, and what you'll notice is that everything automatically moves. This is how you set it up so it can do the auto memory recall, okay? Now I'm gonna go ahead and shut the door. I'll shut the door. Now, what you guys are gonna see is that I'm gonna go ahead and turn the vehicle off, and then I'm gonna open the door. And this is gonna activate your exit recall. So I shut the engine off. I open the door, and if you notice, the steering wheel, myself, move completely back, and I have that nice and easy exit. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you like the videos, please go ahead and like, subscribe, leave your comments, leave your feedback. Love to hear from you guys. At the same time, if there's any questions that you guys might have on your current vehicle, let me know what those are, or else I don't know what videos to make. So I need your help for me to help you. So let's stay tuned to the Chevy Nerd. But going back to this real quick, why did we do this whole Chevy Nerd tip? Why did we do Chevy Nerd tip number 4? Well, heck, guys, I'm 6 foot tall. My wife's about 5'3". All different sizes, all different comforts of ride. The whole purpose of this is to be able to get into the vehicle comfortably, exit out of the vehicle comfortably, just to have and add more to the experience to your brand new car. So I hope you've enjoyed. Comment, like, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next Chevy Nerd.